It is a anniversary episode.
I thought so because I saw like
Did you get a Facebook
about
thing?
the picture of the book? Yeah.
Our first philosophy book club, at least the first like thing I put out advertising it, was May the 10th of last year.
Man, it feels like we've been doing this longer than that.
Phails at philosophy.
I feel like because we meet once a month and we were going like chapter, like we were just moving very at a luxurious pace. There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But I was delighted to see like, oh yeah, it has only been a year, and that's like we got a lot of good conversation in a year.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a year. If we include your original interview where you do your life story and we talk about philosophy, it goes back a little bit further. But the philosophy book club, about a year ago. And so this is our anniversary. We're just calling this our anniversary episode.
That's awesome.
And we have no book because you were bested by
work.
Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist.
I didn't even get enough into it to get bested by it.
Life was pressing, and
I mean, I think actually part of it was I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, this is not going to be a hard book, right?
Yeah.
But because of that, I was just like, all right, I'll get to that because I got this thing for work or this thing for work.
Yeah, you just thought it'd be really quick.
Just need some sleep. Yeah, and it would have been, but I just
So, spoiler alert: the next time we meet, we're going to talk
I failed at reading the book.
Yeah, Grant did.
This is Grant's fails.
Yeah.
I'm moving in on his territory.
How many times did I fail at reading the chapter in philosophy? I read like half of it, had notes for like a fourth of it. So this is good. This is sharing that. But spoiler alert: we're going to read Paulo Coelho. Is that how you pronounce Paulo Coelho?
I have no idea.
Paulo Coelho. I'm just going to say it that way. If you guys think I should say it a different way, put it in the comments.
And be really mean about it.
Or email Grant Potts. The Alchemist, which I read numerous times. I read it. I did a graphic novel about it.
You like drew a graphic novel for it?
I didn't draw the graphic novel.
Oh, you read a graphic novel.
I found one. So I looked at pictures. I did the audiobook. I actually didn't read it. I audiobooked it. I graphic noveled it. And then I watched a bunch of videos where they talked about what it means and what the symbology is and all of that. So I like approach it from a bunch of different angles.
And it's like, I don't know, because what I was reading was just starting with this character.
Yeah, Santiago.
Right. Now, it seems like it's one of those, that genre, almost like Carlos Castaneda's
It's a hero's journey.
Right, yeah. And I'm a sucker for that kind of book. I like, there's a bunch of those that I've read that I've loved over my life. And this one, I'm really excited to read it because I know so many people. My wife loves that book. A bunch of people in my life have read that book and loved it, but I've never known anything about it except that.
Yeah.
So they're like, that's such a good book. I love that book.
I think it's really appropriate for us now, at least for me now, because, and you'll know more about this when you read the book, I'm trying to find my personal legend.
What are you trying to do that for?
That's what this is. It's finding an adventure in your life that brings you to kind of your true self, or like living a life of passion and excitement that's like you create yourself from a place of maturity or from a place of like your own doing.
Now, do you find the legend by having
the adventure,
or do you really find the legend by being the person who's done with their adventure and chilling and telling stories about that adventure when you're
both
out in the garden?
You can't have one without the other. You can't have one without the other. But yes, he finds that I think the adventure was the... Anyway, let's not spoil it. We're going to talk about that next time. And I'm excited to do it because it feels really like apropos or well placed or well timed for my life and what's going on with the show and like all the things I'm doing. Because he's got to give stuff up. He's got to like really give everything up and put all of his energy, all of his efforts and his money into this adventure.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's what we're not going to talk about, y'all.
No adventure today.
No adventure. But I do have some ideas of what we could talk about. And then let's share them and then we'll talk about whatever we want. One thing I thought was like we would pull different...
You have like oracle cards?
Oracle cards. Sure. I got Michael Singer's The Untethered Souls oracle
That
cards.
frightens me.
I have, I like
There's
Michael
like a-
Singer.
There's like a
He's good.
horse on the cover.
I've got the Artist Way creativity cards.
That holds trauma.
I've got Divine Abundance.
That sounds like it would smother me.
Yeah, for sure. You're becoming negative with all these. I have the Spirit Animal Oracle deck.
Oh no.
And I have Becoming Dragon. And I thought we'd just like go through these and pick cards from each deck and then talk about what we get.
Sounds good.
That's one thing we could do.
I mean, as someone who, how old was I when I started reading tarot? 18. So
Yeah.
who spent 30 years reading tarot. I'm always happy to pick cards and think about them.
Hell yeah. So pull cards is one of the things. The other thing would be to do a list. I want to do one list discussion. And it could be like, it's kind of like I want to do a video that will get a lot of hits. So I looked at all the ones we've done previously that got a lot of hits. And then I looked at like where there's maybe a gap. I did some analytic research in YouTube to think like, how can we discuss towards a gap in what people are wanting?
Did you have a robot help you?
Of course. Robots help us all the time now. You don't do anything without a robot helping you.
Yeah. You just got to be careful because they talk to each other now too.
So anyway, back to this. Lists for beginning philosophers, maybe like 5 books you have to read if you're a beginning philosopher. And that would weigh more on you than on me. These lists are probably
I don't know what I would say.
5 philosophers that you have to check out, or some list of 5, arbitrary number, things, question mark, philosophy.
Why is it always got to be philosophy?
Well, we could do philosophy book club.
We got to stay on brand.
We got to stay on brand. Well, hold on. What would you rather do instead of 5 questions? We don't have too many question marks.
Maybe we can make a list of 5 potentially good lists.
5 philosophy lists, or 5.
There you are putting philosophy. Back
You're right. 5 lists of lists. 5 lists of words.
5 lists of lists that are lists of lists that are lists of lists that
Grant's in a silly headspace today, y'all. Sometimes, if you've watched all of these, sometimes Grant comes in brain dead. Sometimes Grant comes in.
It helps when we start at 10 instead of 9.
Silly. Yeah, we're starting at 10 today, y'all. Okay, so think about that. Lists of something. It doesn't have to be philosophy, but I just thought philosophy would be good because our audience probably comes here for philosophy.
Yeah.
So giving them a little bit of that would probably be like...
You're trying to like attend to your audience and actually have a good relationship with them.
Yeah, I want to have a good relationship with y'all.
Figure out what they want.
You're good people.
Do you guys ever think about what Phil wants though? I mean, that's the thing. A relationship goes both ways.
Yeah. I think what they think I want is comments that aren't overtly positive. Sometimes they're like, I don't know if this is positive or not. Someone was like, anyway, the comments. Hey, if you guys feel good about what you're watching, send a positive comment. Try that. I know it's probably in society and in life, we're probably more apt to make a comment if it's negative. Yeah. Is that like negativity bias?
Yeah. I mean, that's that. Like we notice the negative, and then, I think I also think there's like a weird charge you get when you like make a negative comment. Like I own that guy.
Yeah.
That guy with all the YouTube hits.
Yeah.
I know better than him because I said something critical, right? Yeah, it's cheap.
I want you guys.
It's cheap.
I want y'all to practice right now sharing gratitude and appreciation for your host, Philip Jones, and Grant Potts. If you have one, you don't have to make one up.
Yeah.
But if you have one, share it.
Maybe we can make a list of what we're thankful for.
Yeah, let's do a thankful list. 5 things we're thankful for about philosophy. That's funny. Okay, so cards, lists. I want to enroll you.
I actually like that idea.
You do?
The 5 things we're thankful for about philosophy. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's
There
good.
we go. Now we got an activity.
We got a list. We got a list. I want to enroll you in a rant that I have about kids' mental health system. Not for long. I just want to talk to you about it a little bit because I've got these like ideas rolling in my head. It won't be, blatantly philosophical, but there are philosophical questions that I have about what we're doing with children and mental health. And so I want to talk about that a little bit with you.
Sure.
And I have some ideas about how. Anything that you think would be fun, we could look at your fun socks for a second. Those are like caveman socks.
Yeah, I guess they are.
He's holding a spear.
Yeah.
It's not exactly Fred
Actually,
Flintstone.
no. It's not a spear. It's like a big stake.
He's got, and sometimes a club.
Oh, yeah. He's got different things. Yeah.
I like that. He's holding a stake. He's got a club in that one. He's got a spear in this one.
Yeah, I can't wear socks that are boring. Life's too short.
Rant. Anything that you think would be fun for us to do? And fun for the audience to watch?
Not right now.
No, okay. But if it comes, we'll leave space for the unknown, for something to spring. I'll put it there in a circle.
Okay.
Question marks. All right. I'm good with that. You good with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.